Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and this is episode number 60 of our Whiskey and Lemons career on Grand Tactician. Currently the end of May 1864. We do have a federal advantage working in our favor. Right now, our morale is 46, theirs is 31. If they get down to 25, they surrender. We have to get it up over 50 before the November elections. I don't think that's going to be an issue because in 34 days we will free the slaves. That will give us 5 points on our national morale. That will bring us back up over 50. Unfortunately, it's going to give the Confederacy 10 points, so that will extend things out a little bit if we don't beat them in the field. I was taking a look at this the other day before or after I recorded, and their men fielded right now, 33,221. That's what they have, 33,000 troops. And if we take a look at the front lines, most of them are right here. We do have a few that are out and about, like they are holding Petersburg, but we've got forces moving in on Petersburg to take that. There's this unit here that's been on a boat, the Army of the Peninsula, with 2,700. They've been on a boat forever. I think they may be stuck. So, what I want to do right now, I have 1st Division. Let's grab you. You are ready to go and happy to do so. You're going to be leaving the Washington, D.C. area to rejoin the majority of the fighting down here. I'm going to send them by train, so maybe they'll get there a little quicker. And in order to prevent that 2,300 or 2,700 troops, I'm going to move Judson Kilpatrick, who's the Army of Washington. I'm going to move them right into Washington. And then we're going to give them let's see. I'm going to give them another brigade. That brigade will be under Dixon Frank. We have a lot in Indiana, Kentucky, Maine. So we could grab a 1,000 recruits out of Maine. Trying to find some that are close so they don't take too long to get here, but I also kind of want to do it strictly with recruits. Well, we can grab the guys out of Kentucky and have them go there. So that will give Kilpatrick 5,000 men once these guys assemble. That will be plenty to hold Washington against what they have. So there's that. McClellan. right now. Where is the rest of your force? We'll send you down with him. Get you down closer to the front lines. We'll do it by train. And I want to pull the front lines back up. Okay. So this is Cooper's Corps with 2,200. We've got 3rd Division under Henry McGowan with almost 11,000. We're going to move you into Petersburg. We've got 3rd Division with 8,000. Let's see. All right, we're going to move you into Petersburg as well. I'm going to leave Tyler here for the time being. 2nd Division isn't in any real shape to move. See, 2nd Division is good to go, so we are going to grab them and have them come down here. All right, 3rd Division under Heinzelman. We're going to move you in right here. Theodore Runyon. I'm going to have you come down to Warrenton. All right, we're working on Riley here. All right, 1st Division is standing off against Beauregard's Division, Polk's Corps, and Fry's Division. I think this is fully ours, it is. So we're going to move you up here with Sherman. Okay, I don't know why you're Heinzelman. Want you down here. So we'll send him down here. Unless Garfield. Actually, let's cancel all these orders here. Halt. We'll have you come down here and deal with them. All right, now for our front line. See how many troops we have available to just move in right now. I'm going to slowly start tightening the noose around these guys. Then our artillery. Gotta get our guns in there. If I could select it. I don't think it's going to let me. Nope. Alright, we'll have to wait for him to move. Alright, this is Sheridan. He can come down here with his men. Lynchburg is still not captured, so I'm going to leave them in place. 2nd Division. Just going to come down here. Department of Pennsylvania is just, I believe, a command unit. So we'll bring him right down here like this. Alright, these guys are holding steady. 8,000 men. I'm going to bring you... let's see. I'm going to bring you right down into Confederate territory here. Alright, so once he gets up here, Sherman's going to move in on this right here. I think we are just about in control of all of the metropolitan areas the Confederacy used to hold. Man, this campaign, I believe, is just about wrapped up. Army of New York here. 98% there on Riley. Lynchburg is 89%, so our forces are going to start moving. Wow, I didn't even see all these guys up here. Okay, Fremont, Mansfield. I'm going to move Mansfield down here. Sickles is not quite ready. Harney. It's going to be a battle for the old men. Here's Jay. Let's get him right down there with everybody. We'll have him set up his headquarters in Lynchburg. Dix, he's not ready. Hunter's not ready. Sedgwick is. 20,000 men. We'll have him come down here. We'll get Sedgwick some action. It's First Division, not ready. Fourth Division's moving. 6th Division. He's moving. And 31st Corps. We'll have 31st Corps come down here. Okay. So that is the movement that we're going to be making right now. And I guess we'll see where the first bit of action comes up. All right, we've pressed them back even further. I do believe we have captured Lynchburg, yep. That's a nice thing to see, isn't it? All of our forces just kind of moving south. Surrounding them, kind of. All right, 3rd Division. We got Sibley's Corps here. We have retaken Petersburg. All right, let's start moving in. Just slowly moving everybody in. Get Jay down there too. Cadwallader. Come on down. He's moving south. Where are you going? Oh, he's on a boat. Let's go grab him if we can. Sibley's core of 500. I'm not too worried about them. Let's have you take this over here. And we got the Army of Occupation with McClellan. Have him come down over here. Looks like they had a bit of a breakout here, kind of. Meager. So what are we doing here? Go ahead and attack him, Heinzelman. I think you'll be fine. All right, Sherman, move in. Hamilton, move in. We have got them surrounded, like completely surrounded. Just about. Perk available for you. Ambulance Corps sounds good. First Division looking kind of rough. Sickles is still recovering. John Dix. Let's get you over here and see if there's anything you can do about that. Second Division, let's see, Hunter. Let's have Hunter come down here. All right. Well, I don't want to send McClellan in by himself. I'm going to move everyone to Dansville, or Danville. You're going to take Martinville. Still moving in. Second Division. We're just going to push right through to Danville. Oh my God, what was that? Whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. Burkett Fry and Charles Hamilton. They have nobody. We have 11,000. I don't think this is going to really work out for them. I mean, I could just leave it and let it resolve itself. It's getting pretty close to a major advantage for us. Heinzelman pursue to Lewisburg. This may be kind of an odd ending to our campaign. All right, you're coming in. I'm going to have you come down like that. Oh, they got forces now. Battle of Troy. That's what we're going to do. Battle of Troy. All right, and at the Battle of Troy, we are facing PGT Beauregard with 6,000 men and 6 guns. Stable morale and outstanding supply. We are on the attack. So 1st Division is here with Sherman. 3rd Division with Hamilton is also here. So we are looking at 24,000 to their 11,000. Are they all clumped right together? They should be. And we got this swampy creek we have to cross, which may cause some problems. I don't think there's anywhere other than right here and right here we can cross. There's Jones Ford up here. I guess I could send oh, here's this right here. I didn't even see that. Oh, there's a bunch of places we can cross. These two are good. And Roberts Ford over here. So let us grab you right there. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a general order to the artillery. Actually, I'm not. Not going to worry about it just yet. Not going to worry about most of it. We do have a cavalry right there, so I can see. We'll detach them. We could actually put them on the other side of the river. I don't know why I didn't even see that. So we don't even have to cross the river here. We'll put them there. Okay, well, here's the plan. The new plan. Sherman. Trying to get him out of the swamp. There, most of them are out of the swamp. We'll get our cav up front. Do some scouting. And then you, we're going to bring you right over here. Okay. So the plan is to scout out and about, kind of pivot Sherman like this. We'll get these guys moving first so that when Sherman pivots, it's kind of a coordinated action. So once we come in contact with the enemy, I will be back. All right, I guess I do have desktop audio. I just didn't hear it because we're being quiet. Looks like you're taking... See, you got 3-inch ordnance. Firing. All right, good. I did separate out this cav unit. They're going to work in concert with this cavalry brigade. We'll probably charge right into them at some point. Let's move up here. Just keeping my forces moving forward, keeping the pressure up. Like this. All right, Some of these guys are still moving into position. I got another cavalry brigade here. Ooh. Perk. Melee. I'm going to detach them. And then they're going to go over and join the fun over here. All right, these guys are moving in. So are these guys. Cushing needs to move up to right about here. Actually, I think he's on the bottom. No, that should be good for Cushing. Okay, they're moving in. They are shifting their forces, so start moving these guys in. Like this, they're turning for some reason, probably to face the forces that I have up here. Let's move these guys forward a little bit. Same with them. I want them on this side of the road. All right. These guys seem to be having some problems getting going. All right, let's get you right there. We'll have you come up and take up a position right here by Cushing. All right, let's start moving forward. Closing in. I guess I could send some forces out and around them and try and completely surround them. But as of right now, I think we're okay at doing what we're doing. All right. Infantry's going to be coming into their own here pretty soon. Cushing's going to be up and ready to start firing. I'm going to move him up a little bit. $154 in the 6th West Virginia. We've taken 18 casualties. They've taken none. Mostly artillery fire. $75. Now they're moving to the south. It's nice to see a very large numerical advantage for me. Well, if they're going to pull back, I'm just going to keep moving forward here. Looks like they're clumping themselves up around the around Sherman's forces. I guess it's just a matter of who happens to show up first. Let's have you start firing on that. Attack them. So far, so good. I'm happy with how things are playing out here. You are definitely not in the best of shape. Being right on the end of our line like that. Slowly closing in. All right, go for them. If we can grab their guns and turn them on them. Actually, yeah, you're fine. All right, Cushing. Get under your guns and start shooting. You go after that detachment. You're about the size of a detachment anyway. You go after that artillery. You go after the artillery. Let's move you forward. Cav coming in behind him. I want to spread you guys out a little bit here. It's a larger brigade, so or a regiment, so we'll have them. the second line forming up here. How's the fighting in the south doing here? All right, Eli Long. Right here. Oh, because your guns are up there. Bring you down here. They did drop some guns. Go get the guns. Bring you up a little more. Guys are still stuck back here. Yep. Let's give them different orders. Have them come down here too. Well, if you're standing right there, you grab the guns. Armory rally. There. Let's get you up along the road. Still getting under the guns. Let's bring our cav up. Got enough cav we could charge right into their rear. Let's have you come over here. Back there. Moral support, I guess. There's another route. Moving the guns way right up. Any guns yet? Cushing's got to move up a little bit. Whoops. Yeah. It's the poor 6th West Virginia. Cav. Charge. how threadbare we are on the south, we're doing pretty good. Well enough, I think I could start turning some of my forces down here. Routes left and right. Okay, we're just kind of advancing, chasing them to the south here. Let's actually have you come into their rear. And they're retreating. Our Cav's just sweeping over them. It's pretty funny. You go over there. You go right there. All right, well, that was the Battle of Troy. And we still have 50 minutes left. Well, I haven't actually pushed play, so maybe we'll get up to a major victory. Oh, we got something to surrender? Sweet. And we got some out here, too. Cav is pursuing. And I think that's that. Oh, we gotta get the objective. Here, grab the objective. You can go grab the objective too. I don't know if we'll get there in time, but yeah, we should. And oh, there it is. Major victory. Sweet. Fantastic. What are some of these guys doing? Holding their own? Go after them. They're going to stand there. Go after them. "12 casualties inflicted." Keep going. I can't keep up with them. They're running away so fast. Right, when it was all said and done, it was about 40% casualties for them. They lost all their guns. Quite a bit of their infantry. 921 to 4,100, so that was pretty good. All right, the final numbers: 4,069, 199 killed, 3,137 captured. We lost 921 with 224 killed and 149 missing. Almost 3,000 prisoners are now in our POW camps. They're down to 27%, so we may not even get a chance to free the slaves. A couple more battles like that, and we will definitely have this. Have it in the bag. There's not much left of the Confederacy at all. This is crazy. I just wanted to show you this real quick here before we call the episode to a close. There's a little bit up here. Right now we're in a siege with this right here. Let's see. What do we have here? 11,000 to 486. We'll just let that play out. And we'll move in here. Not entirely sure what's happening up here still, but the map is blue. We have a blue map. And Sibley's Corps is now fleeing in panic. Yep, there goes the last of that. Then we got the Army of North Carolina down here. I think it's safe to say, Charles Hamilton, go deal with them, bud. And you don't get the chance. The war is over. Confederacy sues for peace. May 27th, 1864 is a grand day for the federal government and the Union forces under the command of Jay. After a long and hard-fought battle, we have victory in the Civil War. So there we go. Yep.
With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations. Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States of America. Epilogue. The nation's wounds. The Civil War was at best barbarism. For long years, Americans had fired shots and heard the shrieks and groans of the wounded. As the guns fell silent, the loud cry for blood, more vengeance, and desolation was no longer heard. As the last Confederate armies laid down their weapons, there is no hatred, but only exhaustion. The Southerners who raised the rebel flag in defiance, who fought and killed Union men, are not marched into captivity and punished. In the hell that is war, they had suffered plenty and lost, their homes laying in ruin. The feud among fellow Americans escalated into a terrible war from the will of man to enslave other men. With the Union victory, this evil came to an end once and for all. Now, all Americans, regardless of the color of their skin, were finally free, even if true equality would require decades, even centuries, to reach. And now, it would be time to bind the nation's wounds that had long been bleeding and finally torn all open in the Civil War. However, it would not be under Lincoln's leadership the nation's wounds would start to heal. Lincoln's abruptly ended presidency saw only a brutal civil war, but in the end, the Union, preserved under his leadership, would eventually emerge stronger than it was before the war. But a just and lasting peace with all nations would not be cherished for long. In fulfilling the manifest destiny, war would continue to be ever present.
All right. Career highlights of Lieutenant General J, all the way down to promoted to Lieutenant Colonel, assigned command of the 13th New York, 3rd Brigade, 1st Division under Sherman, who was my brigade commander. This just goes through all of our everything we've done. Everything we've done. So when it's all said and done, they ended with 7,000 men. Everyone else surrendered. Total casualties for us are 216,477, 248,608 for them. So that was that. That is our series on Grand Tactician. Before we go, I am going to be doing a live stream on Grand Tactician at some point before I pull it off my computer for the time being. I am going to be refighting the Battle of Gettysburg as the Confederates. This is going to kind of be a prelude to the Classic Game Series of 2025. I know it's kind of late in the year to be starting a Classic Game Series, but we are going to be playing a campaign on Ultimate General Civil War. I may have already started it. I'm not sure if I'm going to wait till the after the live stream or not, but I'm going to be playing as the Confederates in Ultimate General Civil War as our 2025 Classic Game Series. So if you don't want to miss that, hit the subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. I hope you guys liked the series. It was pretty fun. Real tough at the beginning when you only had your regiment and the AI just kind of let you do all the fighting and dying. But once things got rolling, despite some setbacks here and there, I think we did a pretty good job. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching and have a very good day.